This video is sponsored by PelucidFX.com. Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Now guys, let's take a look at the Great British Pound again. As you can see, the downward action that we have discussed yesterday has happened, and now you can see what we have talked about yesterday. So the existence of the significant resistance area, such as confluence resistance, especially if accompanied by the monthly pivot point, as was said yesterday, could become the directional pattern by itself. And it's very often happens that even if market is forming some kind of the continuation pattern, as we have seen yesterday, that was the upward pennant, upward continuation pattern, bullish pennant. But very often when the market forms it right at or slightly below the significant area of resistance, in many cases it shows opposite breakout. And that's why we said that it's too early to take a bet on the possible upward continuation, because downward action is not done yet. And as we said, this is the dangerous fork when you see the combination of uncompleted target that stands below the market and significant resistance area. So in this case, odds suggest that downward action could happen, and in fact the odds of this is not very small. What we see right now on the daily time frame chart. First of all, here we could identify the bearish dynamic pressure, because you can see the trend stands bullish here, but price action shows downward action. That's the bearish sign, and usually it leads to the taking out of these lows, the previous lows at minimum. But in our case, this probably simultaneously will mean that market will complete this ABC top pattern that has the target right at the major FIB support 166.68, very close to the monthly pivot support one. Okay, don't be deceived and don't hesitate by this hint on the possible bullish stop grabber, because this, as you can see, this candle hasn't been closed yet, and what will happen at the end of the trading session is difficult to say. Maybe market even will not form this bullish grabber. Second, as I said many times, I prefer to trade and deal with the grabbers that stand in a direction of the previous action. So for example, thrust up, retracement, and at the retracement market forms this grabber. So this grabber points on the same direction as previous thrust. But here, as you can see, move down, but market forms the pattern in opposite direction. Okay, so because here we have the bullish thrust and bullish grabber. Here we have bearish move but bullish grabber. That's weaker pattern, and it often it could fail, and in fact such sort of grabbers fails more often than such sort of them. So that's why currently this is not really a very scaring moment that market has formed a grabber and maybe market will take out of these highs. Well, that we can't exclude it totally, but this could happen. But currently the development stands in our favor, and according to our analysis, and the resistance area that we have discussed shows the nice action, nice impact on the market, and market has shown the significant move down. So currently I do not see any reasons why this action to the downside couldn't be continued, and in fact existence of this uncompleted target makes me think that it's really very significant probability that this really could happen. Well, only if market will break this area taken out of these highs, continue move higher. Well, in this case, well, we could doubt about the possible reaching of this target, but currently I do not see reasons for that. So we should see what will happen next. On the 4-hour time frame chart, here is the action that we have discussed as well. We said that if market will pass through the weekly pivot point, now you can see that short-term sentiment is bearish since market has moved below the weekly pivot point. Okay, in this case we said that probably we could try to take the short position at some bounce to the upside if it will happen. And from that standpoint, this area is our major area to watch for the possible taking the short position, because take a look, that's really significant area. So if you contract it, you'll see that many times it was the area of support resistance. So resistance, support, support, support again, but with a deep penetration. Support, breakout, resistance, resistance, support, support. So now if market will show the retracement right back down, right back up to this area, that's the level to watch for. That's simultaneously the weekly pivot point. It's 167.80 area. And why market could show this retracement? Here is the answer on the hourly chart. That was our pennant pattern that market has broken to the downside. Okay, but now right now market stands at the fifth support, 167.55 area, 618 support from that low to this high. It's market retracement down and reach it. And take a look, market has formed the hourly double repo buy pattern, and already has been confirmed, since we have the thrust down, close above the 3x3, close below and creating the new lows, and close above again. Here's the confirmation bar. Well guys, although I not very fascinating with the hourly double repos, because the chance of its fail is very significant. As lower the time frame, as greater the probability of the failure of some pattern. And in fact, the hourly double repos are not as reliable as double repos, say on the weekly chart or on the daily time frame chart. But still, that is the pattern that suggests the possible retracement. And what is interesting is that, as we know, that the target of the double repo pattern, usually the 50% level of the double repo thrust. And take a look that this area coincides with the weekly pivot point, with the hour area that we have chosen for possible taking the short position. Okay, maybe guys, if you will draw the Fib levels from that high to this low, you probably will get some kind of a 3.8 resistance as well here. But for us, the major part of this double repo is its target, because it stands right at the weekly pivot point. So that's why today's trading plan suggests the watching for the retracement to the upside to the 167.80 area, approximately right to the weekly pivot point, and watching for possible taking the short position with the downward continuation and with the target approximately around this support and agreement area. That's our trading plan for today. Also guys, if you're a scalp trader, you could try to trade this double repo as well. Well, currently I can't say whether it will work or not, but its shape and how it looks like, it's not really absolutely bad. So nicely looking double repo buy pattern. Maybe it could work. If you even would like to take the position with this grabber and you suggest that it will start to work, it's a bit early. It's a bit dangerous because market hasn't been closed yet, and we do not know definitely whether market really will form the grabber or not. But if you would like to possess yourself on this grabber and you suggest the market will take it out of these highs, well, in this case you also could deal with this double repo, because in fact this double repo pattern is the part of this stop grabber. So if it will work, the minimum target will be here. But if you think that the stop grabber will work, you could keep the position until market will take it out of these highs. That's how we should deal with the grabbers, if you would like it. But for me, guys, since as I said that the unreached target has much more value for me rather than this grabber, and in general any bullish position right now, for me this situation and this pattern just as an object that could trigger the retracement up. So for me, the area where I could take the short position is more interesting than the bullish pattern itself, because currently I have no intention to trade particularly this pattern. Well, it doesn't mean that it's bad or it will not work, but my trading plan suggests the trading on the daily chart, and this is the daily update. That's why from that standpoint, from the point of view of the daily chart, we are interested with the retracement as just a tool for taking the short position, but not as the potential for making an upward trade, bullish trade. That is mostly suitable for scalpers. So that being said, let's watch over the Great British Pound because the situation is developing here, and currently it stands in agreement with our analysis. Let's see what will happen next.